Okay. You promise to keep it short?
Yes, of course. This will only take 16 minutes. Let me tell you how Hinduism started.
So, Dad, who was the first Hindu?
Well, beta, did you know that the word Hindu isn't even in our so-called Hindu books?
So then, where does it come from?
Well, to answer that, my beta, let's go back 3,000 years.
Deep in the West Indian rainforest, amid 20 miles from Ahmedabad, along the river Sindhu, a band of humans has lived unchanged for thousands of years, practicing something which is the most fundamental of human capacities, spirituality. But their civilization is under threat from another tribe of individuals. Here, Stephen, check it out. Across the river. There, over there.
Hello! You alright, mate?
Shh, be quiet. We don't want to scare them off.
I've never seen anything like it.
Me neither, Stephen.
People on the other side of the river Indus?
Oh, mate, who are you guys?
We are the people of the river Sindhu.
You what, mate?
We are the people of the river Sindhu.
River Hindu?
Oi, come on, yaar. I want to go eat. The sun is setting.
You Hindus, mate?
No. Sindh. Oh, yaar.
And you see, that's kind of what happened. Not quite like that, but you get the point, no? The word Hindu was just like an umbrella name for all those people across the river.
So what does that mean?
Well, what that means is before the word Hindu came about, there were still people practicing and doing the things we do today. Collectively, all these practices, this philosophy, the culture, was known as the Vedas. They used to pass all this amazing knowledge from generation to generation, teacher to student, father to beta. And this has been happening since the beginning of time.
Are you kidding me?
Arey no, let's not get into that right now. But to make it clearer, it's sort of like that Chinese game you play at school, no? Chinese whisper, Chinese. But you see, at one point in time, this knowledge was being lost. People couldn't remember what the last person had even told them. So that's when the Vedas were written down. And that about 5,000 years ago, a sage, Vyasdev, had compiled them to continue the Vedic traditions.
This is too long. Time to upgrade. This is much better. Now I can write out the Vedas quickly, so I can pass on this most profound knowledge to others. The scriptures have been articulated perfectly, and now it is my job to make sure that there are no mistakes. But not to worry, I now have autocorrect for that.
Oh, That makes sense. So the Vedas were preserved.
Beta, do you remember that statue you always see in a Chinese restaurant?
Buddha.
What did you just say?
Buddha.
Look, Beta, I know this story I am telling you is ancient, but I am not. So repeat after me. Buddha.
Buddha.
That's my girl. So, 3000 years ago, Buddha was a prince of an ancient empire. His father was very protective of him and barricaded him in the palace for 20 years of his life. When suddenly,
When will the day come? When will it arrive?
Both your parcels here from Amazon.
About time. Thanks. Yes, it is here. It is finally here. My new illustrious garments.
See you later, mate.
Hey, did you see that?
Wait a minute. What's that?
Nah, can't be.
Let's check. Hey, bud, you sleeping back there?
Hey, brother. Obviously, he's not gonna answer if he's asleep. Let him sleep.
so as Buddha escaped into society, he saw all the sufferings of man, from poverty to disease. Buddha no longer wanted to be part of such a dynasty and renounced his worldly possessions and became a spiritual leader. Buddha's purpose was to stop animal killing, so his key principle was ahimsa, non-violence.
Friends, let us not give in to our lower natures, for those who kill will face the same punishment in their next life. This life is just a snapshot of many lives we have lived. So let us all come together and meditate to find our inner self and have everlasting peace.
Thus mankind began to misinterpret the Vedas.
But they're still around, right, Dad?
Yes, they were revived by an incarnation of Lord Shiva, or Shankaracharya, whose view of the Vedas was that God is impersonal. He believed there was no difference between us and God, and that we are all essentially the same.
Who are you?
You.
No, not me, you.
Yes, I am you.
Just answer the damn questions. Who are you?
I have told you.
Are you deaf?
No, you is blind.
I'm not blind, you blind.
That is what I just said.
You just said what?
I did not say what. I said you.
That's what I'm asking you.
And you is answering.
Shut up. You.
Yes?
Not you, him. What's your name?
Me.
Yes, you.
I am me. He's me. And I'm you.
So the Vedas were reborn with an impersonal touch. Shankara explained that all the deities are one, but different forms of the one Brahman, the invisible Supreme Being.
I'm confused. How can we all be one with God?
I think a lot of them were also at that time. This is why Madhvacharya became prominent. He preached that there is a Supreme Personal Being, but that God and the soul are two different entities.
Give my son a PhD and a Mercedes. Give him a Mercedes SL. Give him a Mercedes SL and a cottage by the sea. Om Jaya Jagadish.
Are Aran, what are you doing? Krishna Bhagavan is here. Come, come. Ready? Aim. and fire. Come, come. I just want a quick chat. Look, look. So can you see the sunshine coming through the window? The sunshine comes from the sun, which is controlled by the sun god. The sunshine is like the impersonal aspect of God. It pervades everything, just as the sunshine reaches everywhere. The sun globe itself is like the Paramatma, the Lord in our heart, and the sun god residing in the sun is like Bhagavan, Krishna, the source of all.
Oh, so does this mean that we are completely different from God?
Not completely. This is why progressively the conceptions of God has changed. And finally Chaitanya Mahaprabhu completed it by introducing the philosophy that we are simultaneously one with the Lord and different. As a drop in the mighty ocean has the same quality of water, the quantity is vastly different. He brought back Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
500 years from now, I will send my representative to spread the holy names of the Lord in every town and village.
So thus ends the tale of the Vedic tradition.
Hey David, get lost. This is my show. So thus ends the tale of the Vedic tradition.
Wow, Dad! That was more intense than an episode of Game of Thrones.
We have a rich history, many epic tales, and many more to come. Hello? What is this?
Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm good, but a little bit busy speaking to my daughter right now.
Oh, sorry to disturb you, but I've got this gift for you. It's about how to get rid of stress through yoga and mantra and meditation and karma and yoga. It's all about the Vedic literature.
Vedas, I know this already, I know it all. I was just narrating the whole story to my daughter. I know it, don't worry, I know.
Okay, that's fine. Would you be able to give us a small donation?
Okay, no problem.
Thank you so much. You can keep the book. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, sir, thank you. Chandani, look at this. Maybe this will help you with tomorrow. Papa is off to sleep now. Telling that whole story to you tired Papa out.
Class, settle down. Hey Jude, turn those Beatles off. So before we start today's class, we have Chanandini giving her presentation on Hindu. Chanandi, would you like to come up to the front?
Okay, miss.
Well, come along then, Chandelier.
Well, miss, this presentation is about the evolution of consciousness in Vedic literature. From my research, the Vedas have actually been there from the beginning of time, but they were written down 5,000 years ago by someone called Vyasadeva. The Vedas have so much knowledge in them, from cooking to health to art to culture and even about God. But unfortunately, people started abusing the text for their own benefit and started killing loads of animals. That's when Buddha came. Only to save the animals and spread the philosophy of non-violence or ahimsa, Buddha abandoned the Vedic literatures and promoted that there is no God. After Buddha, no one believed in God. So that's when Shankaracharya came. He didn't explain that God is a person straight away because people at the time wouldn't be able to understand that. So, what he said is that we are all one and we are all God. I am you are me is you, and you is me. But what he did do is help to bring Vedic literatures back. People started believing in some sort of conception of God, but it wasn't the full picture. Shankaracharya passed on the baton to what was his name? Madhavacharya. He went a step further to say that there is a personal form of God, but he is completely different to us. He brought back that God is a person. But what really interested me was the next person, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He said that God is a person, not different to us, but similar to us. To really understand this knowledge, he spread this mantra called the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra.
Wow, that's great, Chandani. Where did you get all that information from?
Oh, from this book my father gave me.
I see, Bhaktivedanta Swami. I wonder what will become of him.
So, my request is that this movement is started from America, from New York. In 1966, I registered this movement, International Society for Krishna Consciousness, and since then we are spreading. In your country, we have got about 50 branches all over the country, America, and we have got other branches also, about 50 in Europe, in Canada, in Australia, in New Zealand, in Japan, in India also. This movement is started since 1966, but in 67 I was sick, I went back to India and again came back in 1968, and since that time we are pushing on this movement little very highly, and so my request is that we have got all material resources. Don't waste your time. Life is very valuable, especially this human form of life.
So Hare Krishna, everyone. Hare Krishna, everyone. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Did we all enjoy that? Yeah. Whoop, whoop, if you found that amazing. There we go. So, I just want to have 2 minutes of your time to talk to you a little bit about Bhaktivedanta and what we do. So, Bhaktivedanta is an organisation which tries to empower spiritual development amongst the youth of today. So what that is, it's a fun, dynamic and unique organisation which empowers spiritual development via social events, dramas and plays, dances, retreats, so many life-changing experiences. So what I'm here to talk to you about today is to take that change. We have enthusiastic individuals right next door who are willing to get to know you, willing to connect with you on a spiritual level. They are really looking forward to get to know you. And I say take that opportunity. The universe has currently presented to you the opportunity to be here today. There is a reason all of you are here today. So I say go next door, sign up, come to future events, answer any questions, any doubts, any queries that you may have. Because I'm telling you, the universe sometimes presents you with two paths in life. The current path you're on, and one which can potentially change your life. So on that note, I'd like to end. If we can have a massive, loud round of applause for the Bhaktivedanta team.